I always thought I was crazy. I always thought I was nuts because I noticed as I aged, I just didn't like people more and more. I wanted to give you guys an update on the whole video of I'm 51, I avoid people. So this is about 4 months later. I actually came out to this trail back in the fall with my iPhone 11. I was just testing out the lighting with the sun at that time, audio with some microphones. I just made a social commentary. Little did I know when I was walking home with a video that was going to get 1 million views. I always thought I was crazy. I always thought I was nuts because I noticed as I aged, I just didn't like people more and more. I was very socially reclusive. You guys know the story, but it looks like a lot of you agree with me. But I've also realized with a lot of thought and reflection, and you can probably see it in some of my videos if you've been following my channel, that I've been learning with aging, a lot of things change. A lot of us do distance ourselves socially because we want more personal peace. Relationships change. Relationships change with our friends. They change with our families. They change with a lot of things. When that video was hot and the video took off, the first thing I thought is like, oh my God, I've been blessed here. So I tried to give back right away to smaller channels. Hey, what can I do to help you? Do you want me to do an interview? When you're blessed with something, it's very important that you give back or think about giving back. Friends, a common question I've been asked since that video is, are you monetized and how much money have you made? So to be monetized on YouTube, you have to have so many thousands of watch hours and so many subscribers. So I posted that video. It was the third video I made on my channel. When it took off, you could see the stats going up. It didn't take long for me to accumulate what was needed to be eligible to apply. But here's the thing. YouTube then holds those analytics back a week, so which delays the process. So when I was finally able to apply, then you have to wait to get approved. So I had to wait a couple of weeks, and then I was declined for no real reason. And then I had to do something called the appeal process, which took more time. So the real answer is, for the most part, when the video went viral and I had all those hundreds of thousands of views, I was not monetized. When I was eventually able to be monetized, it was at the very tail end of that video. So I really missed the whole wave on that. I'll be completely honest with you guys. When you have a viral video on YouTube, it's an interesting thing because there's a great high and then there's a big crash that follows. So you've had a viral video on YouTube. Interesting. The algorithm blesses you. Everything seems to be really going amazing. Well, first thing is, how do you follow that video up? It's a tall order, no matter who you are. I don't want to seem ungrateful because I'm very grateful, but something is very true here that happens that a lot of people don't see. And I know a lot of channels would change place with me in a second, so I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you how it is and what I've experienced. Mr. Beast, a while back, he did this challenge where at the end of a video, he gave a random shout out to 3 random smaller channels that he picked out of a bowl. Right away, they got like 100 and some thousand subscribers and their views went up and everything. It was this great high. And then all of a sudden, after time, no matter what they did, people were unsubscribing. Their channels weren't getting the views anymore. That happens, folks, when you have a viral video, especially with a new channel. A very good friend of mine who's a very successful YouTuber, he explained this to me in detail where if you have a viral video, especially if you're a new channel, the algorithm will come back to crush you. And you're going to start seeing a lot of this no matter what you're putting out. It's great at first. You have a great high. You're going, oh my God, this is great. Subscriber count going up. Then everything starts going down. And then you're kind of like, hey, you know, like I just put out a really good video and I lost like 20 subscribers. What's going on? It's a really weird thing. I'm not complaining, but there is a dark side to having a viral video, friends. There is. I'm very grateful. It's just we're weathering the storm right now. I also said in a follow-up video that I was going to make more of an effort to be kind to strangers and friends and acquaintances with care with myself, okay? In the past, I've been burned a lot going out of my way to help friends and acquaintances. So, of course, I'm very protective of myself. Again, if you've been following my channel, you've heard about some of those stories and videos that I've made. I've definitely made an effort that way. Little things. But I don't want to be one of those people who post about it on YouTube or make videos about it because then it just doesn't seem genuine. I've really tried hard. When I made that video, I talked about that I enjoyed my clients. Now, when I make a video like that, I avoid people. A lot of the feedback was good. A lot of people telling their personal stories, but I had a lot of people saying, well, if you don't like people, how can you like your clients? How can you this and that? And why do you say friends when you start a video? You're lying. This isn't true. When I say friends, that's kind of a polite way to address a large group of people. Okay, maybe it's the Canadian in me. I'm trying to be polite. I don't know. My clients, you guys know that I'm a music instructor, guitar teacher. And I love that when I work with a client one-on-one and I see them develop and blossom. Maybe it's somebody they've been trying to teach themselves guitar for a long time and they're not very good and really struggling and frustrated. And then I help them and you can see rapid changes in their playing, their knowledge, their happiness from making breakthroughs. I love that. I love that connection with people. I don't like people in my grill. I'm not perfect. Today, I was heading out to the gym in the morning. I made a video about road rage. Maybe you should check it out because I'm sure you can relate to that. This car came flying up behind us. I pulled over with the signal on to let them go by and they're behind going like this. And I'm like, Bryan, I know you want to go out and flip their car over. Legal fees, police charges, time in court. Do you really want to do that? So I still struggle. I struggle when I have to go to a place where I know there's going to be a lot of people. I struggle when I know I have to go to a social event. I actually closed my X account. A lot of people are like, well, if you don't like people, why do you have X? I got rid of Instagram some time ago. You guys know my feeling on Facebook. I did a video about that recently. I really feel that Facebook is going to contribute to the end of the world. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll put the link at the end. I took up an X account because one of my issues with social media, especially where I live, people love to gossip and talk about other people's business. People really have an unhealthy interest in other people's business. I don't get it. I don't like it. And I've learned the hard way with Facebook some time ago why you just don't share your personal business on Facebook. X, I know that nobody around here is on X, and I thought it would just give me a little bit of a personal space to use it, but man, it's depressing. Whenever you scroll through social media, do you ever check your mood before and then after? I was on X today, and I've been on the fence about deleting it for some time. It was all depressing. I thought, man, I just don't need this. This isn't good for my mental health. And I shut it down. A lot of people in the comments on that video said, man, social media contributes to all this. And I can kind of agree. Yes, I like YouTube because YouTube, it helps me, the creative part of me. I'm a creative guy. I'm a musician. And people aren't in my grill. People can comment and interact with me, but we have space. For now, we're pretty much just with YouTube, folks. So that's where I'm at. And I'd like to say, as we're winding this down, that video, YouTubers are very funny. I made a video about this before. I don't know how many to this day videos pop up with people saying, I'm such and such an age. I avoid people now. Here's why. In the thumbnail, it pops into my feed. And it's funny. It's funny with YouTube because YouTubers never like to give credit or mention other channels. I've always tried to do that. I've tried to help out a lot of smaller channels. It's really funny. Sometimes with YouTubers, it's really funny. So then I'll go on someone's video, if they make a video like that, and I'll comment, I'll say, hey, I checked your video out, or hey, I avoid people too. And it's always like, Bryan, great to hear from you. Oh, your video inspired me to do this video. It's like, yeah, I know. Thanks for mentioning me. But it's YouTube. I get it, guys. But come on. I think if we all work together and gave each other shout outs and props, I get it. We want to hop on the trends. We want to talk about what people want to hear. I get it. But sometimes a little bit of kindness, a bit of a shout out can go a long way. So if you've been following my channel for any period of time, you've probably seen that I try and shout out a lot of channels. But that's where things are at. And yeah, that's just the authentic truth from me. I want to thank everyone who has stuck around and still stayed with my channel. Much more to come. And yeah, I am still avoiding people. What about you? Comment below. This is Bryan signing off.